No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running for it. Here's Hyde. And he is into the end zone touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Peterman and the Bills come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. Man open right side. It's the tight end play. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the shotgun, Peterman. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Braxton Miller, 71 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down throw from Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Peterman back into his end zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On second down, Scott. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. That escapes the sack. Steps away to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Mercilus. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Peterman. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Peterman. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Landry now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Mayfield. He dumps it to Hyde. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually... So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
1st down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw, Mayfield. Incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Hot! Hot!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
No, check. Patriot!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Oh, yeah!
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, Scott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down, Peterman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun on 3rd down, Peterman. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Caught left side, Williams. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Browns getting set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go now.
This time, Peterman will throw. That is caught at the 7. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Peterman. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Boston Scott punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Out to the flat for Hyde. Fights off the defender, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They go again with Scott, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Scott shifts by him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Scott, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Peterman. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. From the gun, it's Peterman. Flush to his right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Skirts by him at the 35. Fighting through it. He's got space. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Peterman fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions. But they need 7 yards here.
Green 39.
Now it's Peterman. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, 75 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue
90. On first down, Scott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, you got a guy over 150 yards. Keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Landry. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Gone. Detroit.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
All right, here we go.
On second down now, Scott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield's going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Gone! Here we go. Gone!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time by Shamarko Thomas. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Johnson, and he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Oh, it stays up. Going deep this time for Miller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if it's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney Mercilus in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
No. Check. Patriots. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And he's going to go down again. Whitney Mercilus in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's Peterman. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Here's Landry. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bills have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. Scott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Down to the 25. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on, let's go. Try 38.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue liner.
They'll try the left side. Scott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Mayfield. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku from 21 yards away. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive.